Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast presented by Little Caesars. Everybody out there, we need some real times, my friends. Code FREE CLASSIC. This is the best deal they've got going yet. Very, very good. Free pepperoni pizza with any pizza purchase. Buy one, get one free, essentially. Get in there and get it. You will thank me later. And again, you still got code LCFREECC free crazy combo with pizza purchase. Now, joined by Jason Shear, I am merely Mike Luke. Hello, Jason Shear.
Hello, Mike Luke.
All right, just so everybody knows, on Saturday, you're going to get a double dose of this. They'll be a little bit shorter, but we're going to do two post games because we
might have to take this. It's an emergency. I'm sorry.
Okay, you're good. All right, go ahead. All right, so just so you know, he'll be back. You got Arizona, and then you got Arizona, Houston. So we'll have a post game then at about 12. I don't know, Cody. What time's the game kick off? At 9?
Yep, 9.
Yeah, 9. So it'll probably be about, 12:30, 12:15, something like that. Then we're going to have a post game for Arizona St. Mary's as well. Is that game in Tucson?
Yes, it is at McHale.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna have both of those, and obviously we will be going off to Vegas as well for the Florida game. But just so you know, mark your calendars appropriately because we're gonna be having 2 shows on that day. All right, Shear's taking a call, but while he's talking, I will talk. So we've got a lot. We got a lot to get to this show. We're going to rank where Tommy ranks in the NCAA amongst coaches. He's high. Obviously, at the same time, we're also going to talk a little bit about where Arizona football is. Would they have done anything differently? I'm curious to get Shear's take on that one. Also, we're going to give you our Big 12 power rankings because let's be honest here, who does not come here looking to make a little bit of money with their Big 12 power rankings?
That's tomorrow, Mike. Today we're doing the top 12 coaches in the NCAA for basketball.
All right, well, I apologize. Boss says we're not doing that. We're doing that tomorrow. Fair enough. Now, Marcus Delgado says, on my way back from the crappiest city in the country, El Paso. Marcus, it's not that bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. Okay, so first thing we got to talk about then is we're going to talk a little bit Arizona football first. Listen, Arizona is obviously, like we talked about, Arizona is definitely better than they were last year. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. My question that I still have is with this game, with the BYU game, then we're going to move on to Houston. My question is this: would Arizona have done anything differently in the last 6 minutes? Basically, Arizona kind of took their foot off the gas. Well, kind of. They did. Basically, they put it into park. Shear, we're talking about would Arizona have done anything differently in the last 6 minutes of the game? And what does your gut tell you?
No. It tells me no. I mean, we're probably going to ask Daggy the same question, and he calls the plays. So we'll see what he says. But Brennan didn't actively say that they did anything wrong in the last 6 minutes of the game or the 19 seconds or whatever.
All right. Well, let's talk about it a few times. I don't really care at this stage if they're a BYU. For whatever reason, BYU wanted you to run that football. Now, listen, Big 12 Bobby is much smarter than me, but I disagree with you a little bit here. Arizona basically needed to get 1 first down to close the game out, and they didn't really go for it. 2 runs up the middle, and then a pass that had really no chance of working. That to me is, at the end of the day, here's what I kind of come down to. You're paying Noah a lot of money. Everybody be nice to Big 12 Bobby. The guy's awesome. I just disagree with him. But what I will say is you're paying Noah a lot of money. You're paying your OC a lot of money. If you can't get 1 first down when you've been moving the ball pretty well all game, then you don't deserve to win.
It just feels like they weren't trying. It's not even like it's just like it's funny. There's an off the record conversation, so I can't get into it.
Yeah.
But Brent asked me, he's like, the 19 seconds one, I think, was the one that he surprised people where he's like, 19 seconds left. Like, you really think I should have done something? And I said, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Because here's the thing. You throw a pass, it goes incomplete. Take the knee then. I think most people would understand. Now 12 seconds, take the knee, whatever. It just felt like this is Arizona football, man. These opportunities don't come around very often.
Big 12 Bobby makes a great point here. Danny's defense should be able to make the stop with the big play on the return hurt. That's the other thing you got to factor in. Our special teams is absolutely atrocious. It might be the worst unit in the entire country. So that's why if you're banking on the special, I mean, I get banking on the defense, but if you're banking on the special teams, you're probably going to end up broke.
Yeah.
You know, so, but it just, like I said, the one that I just still can't get over though is just not being creative at all and basically just hoping that BYU doesn't score on the next possession. With the 19 seconds, let's talk about that for a second. Here's where I'm at with this: you either trust Noah or you don't trust Noah. It's really that simple. Listen, Noah's, and I love Noah. You know what? I'm always going to defend Noah. I'll say this though, that if you're paying Noah a lot of money, and if you don't trust him to not throw a pick there, then you're paying the wrong guy.
And then the argument would be like, oh, it's not a pick. What if he gets sacked? What if he but that play can happen at any play in any football game.
Right. That and I would disagree with it a little bit here, Big 12 Bobby. Generally, I agree with you, but he says at home you're fine going into OT. The problem, though, is that BYU had all the momentum at that point, though. That to me is a little.
I said it before. I thought BYU had momentum to the point where Arizona wasn't stopping them or anything that they would have gone for 2 and won the game. I was legitimately surprised when they didn't go for 2 and just end the game.
Now, Heiko, in hindsight, obviously I would have taken the field goal on 4th down. I totally agree with that, but I'm actually not going to beat him up too much for being aggressive on something, because that's probably been my biggest complaint of the entire his entire tenure is that he hasn't been aggressive. I would have kicked the field goal there, but I'm not going to beat him up like I'm going to beat him up for that second to last possession. That to me was that was awful. I don't know what else to say. That was pretty much just that. So, and here's the other thing too. When it came to that last the 19 seconds, like you said, and we were talking about this on the phone a little bit after the presser. Throw the ball. If they're going to be in a prevent, get 10, 15 yards. You got two timeouts. You got the ball at the 40 at that point. You give it another shot. Maybe you get 15, 20 more yards. You've got a actual chance for a field goal there. Now, granted, it's probably not going to go in, but you're at least playing to win. You're not playing to win by just saying we're going into overtime, guys.
Well, here's the thing: if they're in a prevent defense, taking away the past 30 yards downfield, why don't you just take 15 and then go from there?
You have 2 timeouts.
You have 2 timeouts,
right?
And all of a sudden now you're on your own 40. Michael Salgado Medina, for all the crap he gets, just kicked a 57-yard field goal.
Right. Let's see here. Oh, T Burns, 8-2. T Burns. I just said I didn't beat him for I didn't beat him up for kicking the field goal. I said I would have probably kicked the field goal, but I'm not going to beat him up for that. I don't have a problem with the field goal. I need to be very clear about that. So you get that, and then who knows what happens there, but I don't know. It just feels like something. I'll put it to you like this. We've watched enough games over the years with Arizona football that it feels like a lot of coaches would have gone for it with 19 seconds left and 2 timeouts, and they would have got a PI, or they would have got something. They would have kicked a field goal and they would have won. I mean, that does feel like something that would happen to Arizona. That does feel like something that would happen to Arizona.
And look, it's not like you're Georgia, right? Like if you're Georgia, you take a knee all day long because it's like, whatever, we have the best defense in the country. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just you're Arizona. You're not used to these situations. Take the opportunity. Right. Take the chance. Fans, and I realize that fans don't win or lose football games, whatever, but fans will be fine if you take the risk. That's how you lose.
Well, all right. Now, ASU sucks. I agree with this point as well. It's not either or. I do have a problem with it. Go for it instead of a field goal, but then kneel it down before the half. I agree with you. There's no real rhyme or reason for the aggression, I guess. Like I said, if you're Arizona, I would and here's the other thing too. And I know there's some people in here and guys like Heiko, they're much smarter than me. So I say this with all due respect, but there's very few people that are really beating them up big time for that, for going for it on 4th down in the field goal. It's being passive at the end of the game that people are beating them up for. And
I haven't heard too many people go nuts about the field goal.
Right. And so that, I don't know. So the fact that they wouldn't do anything else, that's, in your opinion, that's a little bit disconcerting for me. I am curious. Are you going to ask Daggy about that second to last possession?
Yeah.
I'm curious what he says, Maybe what's up, Cody?
Can you also ask him what his philosophy is behind play calling? Because we've said a number of times this season that play calling has just seemed very off and strange.
Well, I can tell you that
what his philosophy is.
He's already answered this. It is to take what the defense gives you. So in other words, if the opposing team is loading the box, he is perfectly cool with never running it. If they're not loading the box and he has to run more, he'll run more. So basically on the play where he passed 6 times in a row, which was asinine to me and something that was still not being talked about as much, BYU was loading the box against the run, so that's why he called 6 passes in a row.
All right. Well, then, but again, at the end of the day, though, you needed 1 first down at the end of the game. That 1 first down ices that game. It's done. I would have been more okay. I would have been okay. Run the ball on set or throw the ball on 2nd down. Don't do it when they're expecting you to do. Basically, what they did is they played right into BYU's hands. BYU's wanted them to
run 3rd and 7. Gee, what are they going to do?
Yeah. BYU wanted that. They would have been better running it there. Seriously. BYU,
even Brent said it, because Brent said, "I wish Noah just would have taken the ball and ran for 2 yards and dove and had the clock running."
Well, but at the end of the day, though, that's still I don't put that on. I put that more on play calling. I'll be honest with you. Now, listen, Noah's been far from perfect this season, but I'm not. I've got like I said, 2 runs up the middle. We're not going anywhere. And then you've got the pass. That's not going anywhere. That wasn't going anywhere either, because they absolutely expected it. So, there's that. And then relying on the special teams. That's the other thing that I don't quite get. Why in the world would you say, you know what? We got a really good special teams unit here. Let's rely on them to pin them deep. There was no, come on.
Yeah.
I mean,
that one,
All right. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. It's frustrating. There's clear progress. When we got to keep saying that, there's clear progress. Now, you texted me something, or we talked about something on the phone, and we're going to talk about that next. But nothing wrong with our special teams, Mike. Well, I mean, besides being maybe the worst team worst unit in the country, David Rosen. It's funny. Okay. Now let's talk let's get a couple reads in here, and then we're going to talk about something that Sheer messaged me. Then we're going to get to some hoops. All right, Bridge Tech Communications. Bridge Tech Communications promotes 100 plus health entities across multiple states. BridgeTechCommunications.com. You go in there and you say to yourself, man, I wish I wasn't like Dennis Walsh and I'm having to work out outside in some rinky-dink gym. Bridge Tech Communications says, come here, work out with us. And if you're a gym, and you should use Bridge Tech Communications, because you will get a lot of people have gotten 750% average ROI. I'm not an accountant, but that's good. Check it out. Plus Tony's demands. Excuse me. Wow. I'm indulgent for the last 24 hours. All right. Now, the Tucson Family Food Project. We've decided that these are fajitas that this young lady is making, correct?
Yes.
All right. Yes. Check it out. Direct aid plus life skills development, cooking, nutrition, education, more. Currently, 255 meal kits per week. 2026, 1,000 meal kits per week is the goal. But here's the other great thing as well. Donations made with AZ12 comment will be matched cumulative up to $10,000. The Family Food Project. Check it out. All right, not just a football school. Everybody knows this. Arizona is known for being a football school, but look at these shirts. These things are going like hotcakes. AZ12-podcast-shop, fourthwall.com. Check it out. Get in there and you will thank me later about it. Yeah, make that red line purchase. Okay, now, Sheer, Houston, Houston is I do like you saying, I do like red line. I'm going to start using that. I wonder if he's going to stop saying red line now. I bet you he stopped saying red line.
Did you notice, did someone say that, what happened yesterday?
No.
He did say it.
Well, I know, because I've been joking about it. So
once in the presser.
I'm just going to say this right now. Now that I'm kind of mocking it, I have a feeling that they won't say it anymore.
I hope they do.
Well, you got to let me know if he says it, because I don't think he's going to say it anymore. We'll see.
I'm going to say it.
From now on. All right. Well, that's fine. All right. Yeah. When he goes low, you go lower. Ben One White stuff. All right. So let's talk a little bit about what you said about. I think he's got to beat Houston.
Yeah, I think
you said it to me on the phone. I mean, just tell them. Nobody's watching. It doesn't matter. Go ahead and tell people what you told me. I agree with you.
I think if he loses to Houston, it is extremely difficult to impossible to get the fan base. It is impossible to get him back for this year. And I think that you're in trouble, because I'm a wheels fall off firm believer in college football, the wheels falling off. Mm-hmm. I think if you lose to Houston, there's a very real chance Arizona loses out. I firmly believe that.
Yeah, I think this is really a red line game for me. I honestly,
Hey.
yeah, no, I think this is a red line game for me. That being said, I think Arizona is going to beat Houston. I think Houston stinks. I'm going to pick Arizona in this game. But if Arizona loses this game, then I think they're in a lot of trouble.
Well, yeah, because I think Houston stinks.
Yeah.
And you think Houston stinks without watching them. I think
Yeah.
Houston stinks with watching them.
Yeah, but you think their coach is
Combine that.
amazing.
I like Willie Fritz. I think he's a good coach.
Hey, man, I knew more about this team by not going to practice than you did going to practice. Take that.
Hey, there you go. But
Yeah,
I don't think Houston is good at all.
Yeah.
Why are people so surprised that I said they could lose out? Think about their schedule.
All the games are winnable, but all the games are also losable.
Think about this, right? Let's say they lose out Houston, right? And I think
is this your red line accountability game though?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's a red line accountability game of the week.
Cody, that's it. From here on out, we're going to have a red line accountability game of the week. It's not even a sponsor. We are going to have that. Cody, start working on that graphic. Sure, that's perfect. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that.
All right. So then you have a bye week. They should be able to win that. At Colorado, say what you want about Colorado. Their defense is good. It's on the road. It's their homecoming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you have home against Kansas. It's a winnable game. I think home against Kansas is very winnable. At Cincinnati, no. Home against Baylor, winnable. And at ASU, it's a rivalry game, so let's just
remember when you told me Cincinnati was total trash?
Yeah. So what's the best? If you lose to Houston, can you find 2 wins out of those 4?
I mean, you can, but at the same point, like I agree with you though. You
Based
can lose
on what? How about that? Based on what?
Well, I mean, let's be honest here. Colorado sucks. Kansas isn't very good. I mean, none of these teams are good. That's the only ones that I'm looking at and saying it's not because of Arizona, to be very clear. It's more on the indictment on the teams they're playing.
I don't know. Until Brent Brennan proves that Arizona can win on the road, I'm not picking Arizona in any road game.
Except this week. Yeah.
Right.
Has Brennan, this is actually a question that I don't know.
Oh.
Has Brennan beaten a team with a winning record at U of A?
Power 4? No.
Yeah.
What was Utah's record when Arizona beat them?
I mean, well, they finished like 4-8. I'm talking a team that finished the year over 500. Has Arizona beaten a team?
No. Let me look right now. But I can't see how. They only won 4 games last year.
Yeah, I don't see that.
Last year their wins were New Mexico, no. NAU, that doesn't count. So Utah and Houston were their only Power 4 wins last year.
Yeah.
Last year, Houston was definitely not a winning record. They only had 4 wins.
Right.
Utah was not a winning record.
That's crazy. I mean, that's kind of impressive, to be honest with you. Now, let's see here. Now, I do disagree. Ryan Mitchell says, we're not beating the Scum Devils. If ASU throws out Jeff Sims, I will pick Arizona to beat ASU.
Sam Levitt practicing today, and ASU fans are really excited, but they're ignoring the fact that he practiced all last week and then just didn't play.
Is there something weird just going on there that,
I don't know.
All right, well, Dr. Shear, we need you to get in on this.
Look, I'm not saying Arizona broke him, but
Arizona might have preemptively broke him. I mean, or broke him last year. Who knows? But all right, so that's kind of like I said. That's kind of where I'm at with all of this. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. But you got to beat Houston. 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 You beat Houston, then at the same time you've got you've got a little bit of a chance.
And I've said this with no inside information, and a couple other reporters agree with me and all that. If Arizona gets like run on Saturday, like let's say 34-17, right? I think in this day and age, things get very interesting.
Yeah, I would agree with that, especially with the way that all these openings are coming up right now. So, and again, let's be honest here. At the end of the day, with Arizona football, that's got to be something that
because if there's a job opening, I mean, Arizona will be competing with Penn State for the opening. So
I mean, duh. I mean, yes, exactly. Oh, by the way, I came across 4 dimwits on Twitter that said they wouldn't want James Franklin as the coach.
I told you, Mike.
Yeah, I had no clue that they were out there. I thought you were talking about like one idiot.
No. People don't want him.
Oh man, that's James.
Dude, I can tell you that Urban Meyer called us and said, "I want to coach in Tucson," and people be like, "Oh, I don't want Urban Meyer."
Yeah, I don't want Urban Meyer for other reasons.
You would take Urban Meyer. Mike, if Urban Meyer said, I'm
dude, I'm you know what?
I'll sign a 5-year guaranteed contract.
I'm going to be honest with the one thing that is, and again, I'm probably lying to myself right now.
You
Yeah,
are.
maybe
Go ahead.
I probably am. Going through the Greg Byrne era was embarrassing at the end, where every single time,
Absolutely.
every single month, it was like at the end of the day, every single month, it was like, all right, who just killed somebody, who beat up their
Yeah.
girlfriend. Like, joking aside, that really wore on me.
Oh, I know. I know.
But
I actually think there'd be more of an anti-urban argument than there is anti-James Franklin, because Penn State has to pay the difference in salary too.
So,
So in other words, Arizona could hire James Franklin. They're not going to. I'm not trying to.
where I don't get your
Arizona can
popcorn,
hire
James.
James Franklin for $2 million, and Penn State would have to pay the other $6 million each year he's here.
Yeah. So
the issue with that though is that people care more when you're losing than when you're winning. I mean, how many DUIs and speeding tickets does Georgia have? No one talks about that anymore because they win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but
you're
at the
right.
end of the day, I don't.
Mike's just a man of morality.
No, I mean, I'm not trying to sit here and pretend that I'm Mother Teresa, but man, that was just embarrassing, man.
Yeah.
Like, and it was, and it stemmed, and it was all over the program. It was from players to coach. I remember Dave when he took over.
I love this fake conversation we're having, as if Urban Meyer would come coach Arizona.
Yeah. I just remember when Dave took over, and Dave said, "Man, he's like, man, like." Place was whatever. I don't want to get into that. So, anyways, all right. So that's where I'm at. If James Franklin,
that's good, Javier. I'd rather give Brewski a chance than James Franklin.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, Javier. Yeah, good idea, Javier. That's another reason I'm not going to Guadalupe to get a beer. All right.
I think I'd rather promote Cecil than hire Brewski.
No, I'd rather hire Brewski.
No, I'd rather hire Brewski.
I'd rather hire Brewski. Dude, there's way too much brain damage with Cecil. I would 100%. And I only say that because he keeps hitting his head into those things every day. By the way, there is a still shot somebody sent me of Chuck Cecil, and one of the coaches, I'm not going to say who, is looking at him like, "What in the world are you doing, dude?" It was. Have you seen that one? Yes, it's great. The coach is just like, okay, all right, so. Yeah,
Herm Edwards.
Herm Edwards, yeah, get the UNLV coach. Yeah, Gruden. I don't want Gruden either. All right, so either way, that's
come on. All right, this is disrespectful to Brett Brennan, but you're nuts if you don't want Gruden.
I think it's hard for recruit. Have you seen what Gruden? Have you seen what Gruden said about African Americans?
Yeah,
that's a hard thing. I would imagine in a living room in the deep South.
I'm not sure it is. Greg McDermott recruits. He told his team, "You're slaves."
That was not as outwardly as he's literally mocking the physical characteristics of a African American. He's literally mocking it. Like, I think that's a hard one to come back from.
What about Tyler Warden?
All right, we'll get to Tyler Warden. All right, but let's get to some basketball because again, at the everyone in the league loves him. Stop it, Mike. Clearly, everybody loves him. That's why he's back in the league, dummy, Joseph. All right. Yeah, piece of crap. All right, now let's get to let's Baggins, baby. All right, we got some good news. We got two sponsors for the Vegas trip, and Baggins is sponsoring Ben One White to go to their, again, tight end scouting galore in Las Vegas. But at the same time, you can also get it. They got a new Baggins opening in Tempe right now. Check it out.
Oh, I don't know about that. Who do I talk to about that?
I don't know. I like it. Again, what's good for the goose is good for the bag. But whatever. I can't remember what his term is. Yes, Steve Williams talking about Gruden. Yes. Steve, as an African American, I think probably speaks for a lot of African Americans when it comes to John Gruden. Either way, Ben One White style. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Can we get Baggins to make a sandwich that you can get Ben One White style? Kind of like how In-N-Out has animal style, man. Make Baggins do something for Ben One White style.
What's that?
It better come at a discount, a sandwich that's Ben One White style.
Right. Yes, exactly.
Firm and girthy?
Yeah, firm and girth, the girth monster. But either way, 12 Arizona locations. Use code AZ12. This is fantastic what's going on here. Join the VIP Text Club. And every sandwich comes with a chocolate chip cookie. Get the bag. AZ12 for 15% off. AZ12 for 15% off. Check it out. All right. We're going to endorse.
Whoa.
What?
You said we're going to endorse.
No, I didn't say this. I said we're going to endorse
I got
Baggins.
real nervous. I'm
No,
sorry.
we're not going to endorse
panicked.
Andre Veras. Under any circumstances, we are not endorsing Andre Veras. Now, Andre has been very kind. Andre is sponsoring my travel. Well, Ben One White is sponsored by Baggins. And it's going to be awesome. We're going to be at the Park MGM. We're going to have a couple shows while we're up there, trying to balance your retirement savings with your kids' college fund. Did you recently change jobs? Give Andre a call at 520-325-3456 and reference the AZ12 podcast for a complimentary initial meeting, and check us out at longviewii.com. Longview, get in there. Boom.
BTA 2003 is right. We should take Ben to Crazy Horse.
Yeah, but we'd probably have to call 88 Crime first. All right, here's the deal. It's anonymous with 88 Crime. That is the great thing about it with 88 Crime. If you see John Gruden going around doing things that he shouldn't be doing in Tucson, and you don't want to get, you don't want to get your hands dirty, 88 Crime says we are here for you. 882-7463. On a serious note, they've solved thousands of cases with this. It works. Pima County Attorney's Office. Now, 88crime.org. Again, it's anonymous, but report the bad behavior. Get in there. Boom. Okay. Now, we are going to do there was a list that came out, and it was total crap. The list was literally a piece of crap. It was. And so we are going to break down our top. What are we doing? Top 15 or top 12?
Whatever.
Let's do top 15. I only did.
Tommy Lloyd has had 5 years before.
I only have space for 12, so we're doing 12.
Yeah, 12's fine.
All right. Yeah, I didn't take Florida 5 years to see a championship. Well, guess what? It took Danny Hurley like 20 years as a head coach to see one. He sucks, right? Okay.
Before we do that, I want to go to one of Javier's comments up here. Javier is talking about if Lloyd doesn't get to the Elite Eight, then we need to pull a Penn State and get rid of Lloyd. Yesterday, I asked Shear if 20-10 would be acceptable with this roster and with this schedule, and he said, "Yeah, perfectly fine." So I think we need to kind of set those expectations going into the season that 20-10 is a good record with this schedule.
Right.
We'll discuss this.
I'm fine with that. Yeah, let's talk about it. All right. So, anyways,
I also have something to say. Do you know who D'Angelo is, Mike?
D'Angelo, the singer? Yeah.
Gen Z doesn't know who he is. It's very upsetting. He died.
Well, that one I can actually get around.
He died today.
All right. Well, I can still get around not knowing who D'Angelo is. I can't get around not knowing who Al Pacino is.
I guess. I'm just very upset about this.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, all right. Now let's talk a little bit about our coaching rankings, because there was a terrible list that was put out, an absolutely awful list that was put out by Ken Palm, probably the nerdiest list I have ever seen in my life, and it basically doesn't have Tommy Lloyd on the list. It looks like he consulted with Javier for it. But you have like Pat Kelsey ahead of like coaches that are clearly better. So let's talk about it. All right. Right now in college basketball, who is your top coach in all of college basketball, Skier?
I just don't think there's any way you can. It's Danny Hurley.
Yeah. And it's not
Who
close.
Else? It's not really. I mean, who else would it be right now?
Right. Yeah. It's not.
The guy is just.
The guy's a machine. And not only is he a machine, Ben One White style, but not only is he a machine, like there's some guys that just kind of, have you ever watched a UConn game and said they got outcoached?
Never.
And the thing about it too is they almost beat Florida in the second round this past year, and they didn't have anywhere near the talent. Danny Hurley is such an easy choice right here. And the fact that he is listed as Ken Palm behind, what's his name?
It's all analytics. I don't know what analytics it is.
What analytics are you looking at?
I don't know. know.
Yeah. So, Big 12 Bobby, as much as I love you, Danny Hurley's a better coach than Kelvin Sampson, and I love Kelvin Sampson.
I already know Mike's number 2.
Yeah, you're correct.
Mike's number 2 is Rick Pitino.
Rick Pitino, baby. Rick Pitino. I believe Rick Pitino is one of the 5 best coaches in college basketball history. Everywhere this guy goes, he wins. I thought it was insane that a school like, if you're a bum school like Cal, why in the world would you have not hired Rick Pitino? He would have taken the job for a Brugger's bagel, and he would have done it. And you would have turned them into, you see what he's doing at St. John's. He's been, what he's done at St. John's has been absolutely astounding just in 2 years. They're going to have a preseason top 5 team coming up this year again. Rick Pitino's the man. Like I said, say what you want about him off the court, and I get all of that stuff. But at the same time, Rick Pitino's a boss.
Here's the thing. I have a guy in mind for 2, but at the end of the day,
Ben Whitestyle?
Who?
Ben Whitestyle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pitino has 7 Final Fours. St. John's should be good. I actually agree with you. I would take Rick Pitino.
Does he only have 7 Final Fours? It feels like he's got more than that.
Yeah, he's second among active coaches.
7 Final Fours, 2 national titles. I think it's Rick Pitino.
Because my number 3, I'll just skip ahead. My number 3 is Sampson.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I think Pitino's ahead of Sampson because at the end of the day, Pitino's won titles.
Right. Yes, I think Sampson's awesome. Sampson is literally the guy that you can put him anywhere, and he is going to turn that into a national program very, very quickly.
He's agreeing on the top 3.
Yeah, I kind of want. I don't exactly feel great about this. But Kelvin Sampson's at 3. He's been, and honestly, these top 3 to me were actually fairly easy. I didn't really. I looked at him, and again, I get that you've got. I get that you got Al Golden, and everybody wants to put him at in there. He just won the national title. I get all that, but at the same time, like Sampson's just done it for so long and he's done it at Houston. This is not. I know you had Phi Slamma Jamma back in like the in the cardboard basketball era, but at the same time, yeah. So those 3 are easy. All right, now who do you have at 4? Now I think it's going to start getting interesting.
So this
hold on real quick, T-Burns. Shouldn't Self and Izzo be ahead of Sampson? There's layers to it.
This is where it gets interesting. This is where I had a very difficult time.
Right. Go ahead.
Because I realized that he has struggled the last few years.
Yeah.
But Bill Self is still Bill Self.
Yeah.
Right? And until he's not Bill Self, you can make a case that he should be 2.
Yeah.
So for me, number 4 is Bill Self.
It's Bill Self. Again, I get this is really going to be a red line accountability season for Bill Self, though. Because I agree. I have Bill Self at 4 as well. I think because when you're talking about red line accountability and Bill Self, last year I kind of give him a little bit of a pass because he got all the players that he wanted in the portal that everybody thought were going to be good turned out to suck. Like, everybody thought AJ Storr was going to be good. He sucks. Everybody thought Rylan Griffin would be solid. He sucks. So it wasn't like he couldn't get players. It's the players that he wanted just turned out to stink. This is going to be a big year for him. He's going to have probably the best freshman in college basketball. He's got the big African kid. What's his name?
Badinga.
Yeah, Badinga. And then you've got, who do you have?
He's got a pretty solid roster.
He's got a pretty solid roster. He needs to jump back in this one. Now, when we saw him a couple years ago, he looked terrible. He looked like Ellen DeGeneres. He did. He looked like Ellen DeGeneres. But he didn't look good at all. But I'm still going. I'm going Bill Self, right? I'm going Bill Self. I got no problem with that one. All right. Now at 5, I'm going Mark Few. Listen,
first disagreement.
All right, yeah, I get it. At the end of the day, I always what I do? I like people too that try to tell me, because I was never a Gonzaga guy, but when they got to 2 finals in 6 years or whatever it is, and they almost won one, I think at that point you got to basically put that one away. He's just the epitome of consistent. He's really, really good. He's an interesting one because these next 3 or 4 guys I could put anywhere between 5 and 7, and I would have no problem with it whatsoever. If you wanted to put Bill Few, if you wanted to put Mark Few at, 7, cool, whatever. That's where that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah,
who do you have? Who do you have?
I have Izzo.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Reasons for Self. Izzo's a beast. He does. He's not a crazy recruiter, and he's a really good tournament coach. I just think Izzo's a really good coach. He's
a really, really good coach. I don't think anybody fears them anymore. I think Izzo, to me, feels a little bit like Lute in his last few years. Certainly not to the extent that Lute was, where he was just totally out of it. But he feels a little bit like that to me, in that they're not they're not quite the same. And yes, Few you could say has fallen off as well. I'm not disputing that. I'm going to go Izzo at 6 though. I got Izzo at 6. He's awesome. No other way to really put it. Who do you have at 6, Skier?
Few.
Okay. All right. Few. Whew. Get it?
That was good.
Yeah, no, I thought that was pretty funny. So, all right, now, okay. So we're actually really, really close right here, and I don't feel great about it. So, all right, you want to go first?
I think it gets interesting here.
All right, now it gets very interesting.
You go first.
All right, you want me to go first then?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going Al Golden, mainly because
his name's Todd, but yes,
I mean Todd Golden. Excuse me. What did I say? Al Golden? Who is Al Golden? He was the Miami football coach, right? Yeah. Same state. I was close enough. I'm going to go Golden right there. They just won a national title. They're clearly on the upswing. They're clearly a team that, like when you look at it, it looks sustainable. Now, you could say that they got lucky. I'm not going to really dispute much of that, but he recruits well. He puts together a good roster. Golden's another one, though. If you want to put Golden at 8 or 9, I'm fine with that as well. But I'm going to put Todd Golden there.
It's tough. This is tough because Golden did win the title.
Yeah, but again, I have no problem putting him lower because, again, it's a title, but it's not an end-all, be-all for me.
This is tough for me.
Mm-hmm.
I get Golden. I'm going to surprise you here.
What do you got?
I think in terms of coaching, X's and O's, right?
John Calipari.
Oh, no. X's and O's. This guy's a very good coach, and you're going to disagree because he's cold soup. I think Matt Painter is one of the top 10 coaches in the country. I think I have Matt Painter here.
I got no problem with Matt Painter.
I just think he's a really, really good X and O's coach.
Mm-hmm.
He does well. I know he's not sexy. I know that he hasn't won a title or anything like that.
Right.
I just think he's a really good coach.
I got no problem. He's cold soup, but at the same time, he wins. And he's the epitome of somebody, though, that sometimes you are born to stay someplace and just be happy there. He should be at Purdue his entire life. Yes. Don't ever go to Kentucky or North Carolina or any of those places. Don't go there. You don't need to go there. This is where you were supposed to be. I have no problem with Matt Painter. I have no problem with him at all. I actually have him in my top 10 as well. Okay, now I am going number 8, though. I am going Nate Oates. I don't like Nate Oates. The Calipari disrespect is not wild.
It's not wild. I watch Arkansas.
Yeah, we actually watch him. Here's where I'm at with Nate Oates. I don't like Nate Oates. I don't like anything I don't like what he stands for. But he's a really, really good coach. I mean,
is there an E in Oates?
No. What's that? No. I put him at 8. Made a Final Four. As long as they're there, they're going to be a problem. I like how he plays. I think that sometimes it's a little bit too, how do I put this? A little bit too freewheeling, but I got Nate Oates. I got Nate Oates at 8. I think he's really good.
I have Golden ahead of Oates. I have Golden at 8. And the biggest reason why is I'm not convinced that Nate Oates' style can win a title. I don't think he can. I think it's too freewheeling. I think we saw it against Duke where, they were going up and down the court. And then Duke just said, well, if we defend you, we're going to beat you. It feels like a good defensive team beats Alabama.
Right. I would agree with that. I have no problem with it. And again, I kind of went back and forth. Now we need to address we need to address the sisters in the comments right here real quick.
Joseph,
nobody
paid attention. What was the last time John Calipari did anything?
Right.
Literally anything.
And the thing about it too, nobody in the history of coaching, seriously, in the history of coaching has done less with more than John Calipari. He's literally brought in the best recruiting classes every single year for 25 straight years, everywhere he goes. And
here's all you need to know, Mike. I got you. Last 4 years at Kentucky, 9-16 in 2020, the year after COVID.
Mm-hmm.
First round exit, second round exit, first round exit.
Yeah.
At Kentucky.
Right. Now he's at Arkansas, and it's going to be, I think, a lot more of the same. He's a great recruiter, but guess what? This isn't recruiting. This is top 12 active head coaches. Yes. So again, that's there it is. It's the best recruiter on that list, but again, he's not a great coach. So that's where I'm just going to leave it. Okay. Now, so we got Natos, we got all of that right there. Now, Sheer, you go next. I'll go next. I got John Shire at 9. I like John Shire. Very rarely do these coaches who are basically handpicked successors do they work out. Shire, you can tell, is the goods.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm cool with Shire, man.
Yeah, Shire. You watch Shire for 5 minutes, and you're like, he just gets it, and he's got a command about him. He looks like he knows exactly what he's doing. He's the exact opposite of Hubert Davis. If you watch John Shire coach and you watch Hubert Davis coach, you see one guy that absolutely looks like he's got a mind for what's going on, whereas Hubert. Go ahead.
The only thing that I would argue, and I have John Shire here too, but I think the easiest argument against him as a coach, it's not even an argument. I was going to say that he's so talented, but he still made an Elite Eight and a Final Four in the last 3 years. So,
I don't know what else to. I don't know what else to say. You look at it. And you look at John Shire. Let's not kid ourselves. If he's there for the next 15 years, he's going to win multiple titles. He's good.
I'm cool with Shire.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, who do you got at 10?
Tommy.
Okay. I like it. I like Tommy as 10 as well. I have Tommy as well. All right. Ignoring Calipari's 2 championships appearance and 4 Final Fours is insane. He's been coaching for about 45 years. He's brought in the best talent in college basketball during that time. And
he is the best recruiter of all time.
Ever. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about coaching, and Correct. He is not. Yes. All right. So there is that. All right. I'm going Tommy Lloyd here. I'm going Tommy Lloyd over Rick Barnes because here's the thing with Rick Barnes. I always say Rick Barnes. Here's the thing with Rick Barnes. He's good. I like Rick Barnes. He's definitely done better at Tennessee, but I've also watched Rick Barnes for about 45 years, and he is never, and again, you could say the same about Tommy, I get it, but at the same time, he is not somebody I am ever going to trust in the NCAA tournament, and he's got about a 45-year track record to back that up.
Yeah, I like it.
And the thing with Tommy too is that Tommy also has a lot of upside that Rick Barnes doesn't have. Tommy can be. You watch Tommy, and
we kind of know what Rick Barnes is at this point.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's not. There's no problem with that. Let me ask you guys. Let me ask everybody this: who is more likely to win a national title in the next 3 years, Tommy Lloyd or Rick Barnes?
It's Tommy. Absolutely.
It's Tommy. Absolutely. So that's what I'll take. I'm going Lloyd there as well. Keep in mind, how many years has Lloyd been here now? Is he going into his 5th year? Yeah.
Yeah.
Going into his 5th year. So
Ryan Barris, our boy Marcus.
Yeah, go ahead.
Rick Barnes went to one Final Four. It was in 2003.
Mm-hmm. How many years has he been coaching Power Four?
His first Final Four was in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It took him 15 years to make a Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you know how many Elite Eights he has?
How many?
He has 2 Elite Eights in his entire career.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. He's got 2 in the last 2 years. So he's got 4 Elite Eights, 2 in the last 2 years, which is great. It took him, longer than that. So he made an Elite Eight at Texas in 05, an Elite Eight at Texas in 07, then didn't get out of the second round at any school until 2018.
Yeah.
It took him it took him 11 years to get past the second round.
Yeah. And so when you look at his track record, it's not what you think it is. Now, Verbinski says, I'd take McCassell and Kevin Young over Lloyd. Why would you take – what has Kevin Young done to on any level to say that you would take him over Tommy Lloyd? I don't know. So
Barnes
either way –
more because he's coached for
45,000 years. Guess what? I'm not putting Dana Altman above Tommy Lloyd as well.
That's like me saying Bo Ryan made more Final Fours than Tommy Lloyd. Well, yeah, it took him 40 years to do it.
Right. So again, I don't get, we're not giving out longevity crackers here. So longevity crackers, I don't know if that works or not, but okay. Now, who do you have at 11, Sheer?
I'm going to surprise you in this one. Look, I'm not a big fan of his, as you know, I think he's overrated, but I think he's done enough to belong at this spot.
Who?
Does that make sense?
Who?
Scott Drew.
Oh, I have Scott Drew at 11.
Yeah, like I'm not like I don't think he's done much since he lost Jerome Tang.
Yeah.
I think he's probably going to move down a little bit, but at the same time, you can't really ignore what he's done.
But listen,
awful basketball school.
Yeah, Baylor was literally the worst basketball program in college basketball history before he took over. So he won a national title there. And not only did he win a national title, that team was so much better than the rest of the field, it wasn't even close. They just beat the crap out of people. Now, I know he lost Jerome Chang, so I get that. But at the same time, and, he's definitely on a downward trend, but I think it's hard not to put him around 11. I debate it, honestly. He's another one that you could have had anywhere between about 9 and 11, and I wouldn't have really argued.
Yeah, CBS did an article before last season and had him 4th.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
But he won his title when there were no fans in attendance. So
I don't get it. That means nothing to me whatsoever.
Yeah, to get the title, like, I don't think people realize, and again, Mike loves like Scott Drew more than I do overall. But when you look at what Baylor was when he took over,
right?
I mean, it was like we're talking murder, guys. Like,
right? Right? No, they didn't make. I don't even think they made a tournament in 45 years.
And his run, his Sweet 16, and I mean, it's just what he's done.
And here's the other thing too that I also push back, because I think the COVID argument is insane. I think it's really stupid. The previous year too, when the season actually got shut down, they were probably the best team in the country as well. So I mean, he had a nice little. I mean, he's done a very nice job there. Just kind of it just kind of is what it is. Wow, we've agreed on almost everything, or we've just moved a few around. I don't really like it. All right. I am going here, and this is more of a projection. I get all of that. This is a projection. He doesn't have the resume to be able to put it up, but I'm going to say this.
Kevin O'Neal.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I'm going Will Wade at 12. I get it.
I love Will Wade. Baby.
I get it. Trust me. I get it. He doesn't have the resume that any of these other guys do. Other people have better resumes. But I will tell you, where's Muss? I told Boiler Cat for the longest time that Muss was good, but he had to go.
He's not on my list, but I'll ride or die for Will Wade.
Yeah, Will Wade is awesome. Will Wade is the kind of guy that, listen, North Carolina State, they were very, very smart with what they did with Will Wade, getting him in there. He's going to win, and he's going to win immediately at North Carolina State. That guy is freaking awesome. He cheats, so be it. I don't care. Will Wade's
anymore.
Yeah, there's no such thing as cheating. Will Wade's the man. I like Will Wade. Who do you have at 12?
So there's different routes. You could go Barnes here. I think Shaka deserves a list.
Dana.
I think McDermott, even though I don't like him, he's a very good X and O's coach.
Mm-hmm.
Your boy, Brad Underwood. Right? No? Orlando Antigua.
Yeah. All right. There we go. Yeah, the brains behind the operation.
I think this is where it gets like, I mean, you're basically splitting hairs at that point.
Yeah, I agree.
So I looked at the Big 12, and I couldn't. And you can help me decide here. It's between Otzelberg and McCassell, as you would say. I think one of those guys is probably.
I think McCassell's got more upside. I would probably go McCassell there.
Yeah, so McCassell and Grant McCassell would be 12.
Yeah, Beard is another not a bad one at all.
Beard is in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys. Yeah, McCassell, I'm fine.
Cronin in there.
Yeah, Cronin, get out of here. Not putting Cronin in there. By the way, I need to go off the screen real quick.
Yeah, Grant McCassell.
Yeah. All right, I got no problem. Grant's awesome. Grant McCassell's awesome. I have no problem.
I love Will Wade though.
Will Wade is awesome. If North Carolina State were to make a Final Four in the next 3 years, would you be at all surprised?
No, and I love Will Wade pressers. You were there when Will Wade had a presser, right? He's just
right.
Like he craps on the NCAA. Like he just doesn't care.
No, he's great.
Everyone I know that has met Will Wade or worked with him loves the guy.
By the way, I like when he was cheating when you technically weren't allowed. Those wiretaps were amazing. He's literally negotiating prices over the phone. It was amazing.
I love Will Wade.
We should do a bottom 5 head coach at some point. Bring Ben One White in for it as well. But I would. That's actually an interesting
bottom 5, power 5 head coach.
Yeah. I think that would actually be interesting, to be honest with you. Okay. All right. So either way, that's what we got. That's our list.
Cody, screenshot this list because it is. You can't argue with it.
No, this list is the best list ever.
Yeah, when Mike and I are agreeing on multiple things, that thing's locked in.
Yes, exactly. Now, Big 12 Bobby says, I got that. All right, now, and sorry, Bobby Hurley. We could put Bobby Hurley in our bottom 5 coaches.
I don't think I would. I really don't. Bottom 5 Power 4 coaches?
Yeah.
Is he the worst in the Big 12?
I think he clearly is, isn't he?
If I said, Mike, for the next 5 years, you could choose Bobby Hurley or Johnny Dawkins, who are you taking? That's the fact that that's actually a really hard question.
Probably Johnny Dawkins.
You think so?
I think so, mainly because he's not going to embarrass me. The problem with Hurley is he sucks, and I have to watch him every single game. Ty Boyle's better than Bobby Hurley, Grant.
Yeah, I don't like him. He's better.
Yeah, but he's definitely better, and he's actually.
I don't like the Cincinnati coach Wes Miller at all, but he's probably better than Bobby.
Yeah, no, I mean, we'll talk about it. Maybe Cody.
Cody,
it'll be a fun segment for tomorrow. We're going to also do our bottom 5 coaches. Yeah. Benwin White could maybe hop in here as well on that one. So there we go. All right. Yeah. We said Power 4 coaches. Sacramento State isn't a Power 4 school. Okay. So, all right. Now let's get a couple reads in here, and then we're going to get back to a little bit.
11-10, Mike. 11-10.
I know.
I'm asking you so many hard questions today.
Oh, I'm sure you're not, but yeah, go ahead. All right. Let's, piece of crap. Okay. Let's get a couple of reads in here, Cody James Martin. I think a Big 12 Bobby says Cronin or me, you. Because I think you're a better person than Cronin. But first, one thing that you're never going to have to worry about with Bobby Hurley is the championship package, because he don't know what that's about. ASU people don't know what that's about. Passner could possibly be on that list. Okay, so owned by Arizona local alumni. Now, here's the great deal. Land the freaking man with the master plan. Look at this woman right here. Sheer. Now, you and I are both on the same page that this is most likely his sister.
I think so. I'm still trying to get to the bottom of it, Benwin White style.
Yeah, that's a fair point. All right, but Aris Dental, Tucson.
I don't buy the BS in the background. Though.
Yeah. We're standing very, very strong on this. That we do not believe that those are relatives in the background. Nice try, not doing it, not on my watch. But daily urgent care, Monday through Friday. I will be having the championship package inserted during a live stream, no Ben One White. At the same time, it is owned by local Arizona alumni. And again, 1997, it's great. You don't have to go to like Nicaragua and find some guy in the jungle to be able to put something in your mouth. You don't want any of that. You go to Aris Dental, TucsonTeeth.com. Boom.
Big dental country, Nicaragua.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Now, welcome to The Rock. That was awesome. That was maybe your best work right there. That was awesome. Big 12 Bobby says, I come for the reads. I stay for the Ben One White jokes. Yes. Ben One White in Vegas is going to be all kinds of fun. All right. So either way, 2 convenient locations, Tucson plus Green Valley, 50 plus locally sourced landscaping materials, serving residents and contractors, east to Benson, Sierra Vista, north to Oracle, south to Nogales, west to Marana. Check it out. Again, Green Valley Rock AZ. It's not just in Green Valley. Don't follow those idiots that are telling you it's just in Green Valley. It is not in Green Valley. I mean, it is in Green Valley, but it's not exclusive to Green Valley. Green Valley Decorative Rock. Back the rock. All right. Hey, have you noticed that somebody hasn't been in the chat today, Jason Shearer?
Oh, yeah.
Kobe L. Thiel. I wonder why Kobe L. Thiel hasn't been in the chat. Bijan Robinson. Yeah, interesting. By the way, they were talking on ESPN today whether he is the best back in the MNFL or not. I kind of believe that Kobe L. Thiel might be ducking us, or he might just be looking to get an air conditioning finally.
He just tweeted too.
Yeah. Do me a favor. Tweet at Kobe and say, kind of interesting that today you chose not to be in the chat. Tweet at him. It'll be good. Okay. First time clients get a free AZ12 purchase. I'm not chatting because I'm tired of being the punchline of every joke. He's in the chat. He is in the chat.
Damn it.
All right. Yes. Kobe L. Thiel. The only thing I'm going to say is Bijan is a bad loss. Yeah, let's get focused. Comfort X HVAC, though. Comfort X HVAC. We should get a GoFundMe for the air conditioning. Small business with big savings, built on trust for the long haul. Perfect track record. This is the only show in the world where we basically mock and ridicule our dedicated listeners.
Yeah, I got your back today, Kobe. But don't ever do that again.
We love you, Kobe. Yeah, it won't happen again. Kobe, I love you.
You got your back. No one wants to.
Yeah. All right. Oh, you have his back? No one wants to? That's not good.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll let you guys sort that out. All right. Residential and commercial HVAC expertise at affordable rates. It is so good that I would literally break my AC or at least consider it to get Comfort X HVAC out to my house. Cody, you made up a story just to get him out there, correct?
Yeah. It wasn't even real.
Right.
Yep. Was like, man, we're dying in here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, either way, check it out, Comfort X HVAC, and they made you feel better, right?
They did. I'm gonna call them again to come back and make me feel better again.
Yes. All right. Comfort X HVAC, get in there. Now, OC Bodybuilder says,
sorry.
LOL, Kobe, stop being soft. It's all in good fun. Everybody loves Kobe L. Thiel. Everybody. He's one of our favorite people. If I didn't like you, I wouldn't make fun of you. Remember that. Okay. Comfort X HVAC. Yeah, I know. It's a tender moment. Okay. So, all right, there we go. Comfort X HVAC. Get with them.
Yeah, piece of crap.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, if you're not with them. Then, All right. Now, let's talk Arizona basketball this season. Cody, you actually made a good point in a text. And if you make a good point, I actually going to write it down and try to remember it. Cody, talk a little bit about what your point was, because I think it was actually a fairly good question.
What is the acceptable record with this team and with this current schedule? Is 20-10. Ken Pom has them at 20-10.
I'm fine with that, honestly. With the way that Arizona is playing, I would say that 20-10 is fine with me. With that schedule, it's literally about the most difficult schedule you could come across. I would put that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I think.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, and I think at the end of the day too, if Arizona goes into the NCAA tournament and I really want them to be a top 3 seed though. I don't. There's just such a big.
You want to go to San Diego? That's really the only reason why.
Well, I also want to avoid playing number 1 seeds in the Sweet 16 because last year I think if Arizona had not played Duke in the Sweet 16, I think they would have made it. Now, Boiler Cat 54 says, "What's our seed at 20-10?" I think it could be a 3 seed, depending on who you beat.
Depends on the losses.
Right, depends on the losses. But think about it: you're going to have so many opportunities for what's the list again, Cody? You actually made another good point. You sent that list. They have a stretch late in the season. Let me find it here real quick. It is. No, Dick Wilson, that would not 20-10 would not mean they lose all their tough non-conference games. That is not what it would mean.
They have a 7-game stretch where they go to Kansas,
good tough game,
Texas Tech and BYU at home, go to Houston and then Baylor, and then get Kansas and Iowa State at home.
Okay, but
there are no breaks in that schedule.
Well, right. What was the out of conference one though? That was the one that was. So you got that. Let's see here. What is the out of conference though?
That was all I sent you yesterday.
Oh, I thought you sent one about the. I thought you sent one. All right, but either way, the out of conference is what? Auburn, Alabama, Florida. Who else am I missing? I know there's like 3 other teams that are like in the
Auburn,
top.
Alabama, Florida, UConn, UCLA, San Diego State.
Yeah, you got Florida.
I mean, that's
Florida,
insane.
UCLA, UConn, Auburn, Alabama, SDSU.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Yeah, I mean, that is absolutely insane. That is so. If you go 20-10 with all of those teams, you've got a lot of really good wins in there as well, Dick Wilson. I mean, it just 20-10, I'm fine with. Now, Kobe L. Field says I would prefer 22-8. I think we all would. Yeah, no, actually, no, I don't want 22-8. I want 20-10. But 20-10, I'd be fine with that schedule.
32-0. You know?
Well, yeah, I mean, I want 32.
We're
talking
about what we want.
Yeah, it's not what we want because we don't always get what we want.
The reason we got to 20-10 is because that's what Ken Pom has, and I like Ken Pom more than Mike and Jason do. So that's what we were talking about.
Do you like Ken Pom's coaches rating? You probably do, actually.
There's some Ken Pom.
I think if you look at it for what I think it is intended to be, it makes more sense than just saying these are the top 25 coaches.
Ken Palm preseason is, and I like Ken Palm, but Ken Palm preseason is crap.
Right.
Because it hasn't adjusted for it. So, like, right now, because you're doing returning players and all that, Arizona only has a 40% chance of beating UCLA.
I think Arizona beats UCLA.
Right. So right now, Mike, just to let you know, the losses that Ken Palm has are Florida, UCLA, Connecticut, at BYU, at Kansas, at Houston, at Baylor.
So they think we beat Auburn and Alabama?
This is just percentages. They have us as a 6-point favorite against Auburn and a 1-point favorite against Bama, a 5-point favorite against San Diego State.
All right, here's where I disagree with him. I think Arizona is going to beat UCLA. I think they are better than UCLA. I do not get the UCLA love at all. I also think Arizona is going to beat Florida. I
haven't decided on Florida yet, but I think Arizona loses at Alabama, and I think they beat UCLA.
I don't know, why does he have Arizona favored at Alabama?
It's just math, man.
Well, I don't know.
He doesn't like Alabama this season.
Yeah, it's Alabama's 1 point.
Alabama's 23rd this season with a projected record of 17-13. He's not a big Alabama guy this year.
Interesting.
And he classifies it as a semi-away game for Arizona because it's kind of a neutral site.
It's not a neutral site.
It's like when they play in like Phoenix.
It's not a neutral site. Yeah, a neutral court in Birmingham, Alabama. That's not a neutral site.
It's just the way he does his thing. It's probably, if it's classified as a home game for them, it would be probably like 3 points.
All right. Well, either way, I'm not going. I think Arizona's going to have a lot of good wins here. I'm saying it. Now, T-Burns 826 says, the great T-Burns 826 says 22-8 with that schedule will have U of A in play for a 1 seed. 2 seed would be a lock. I'd agree with that. You got 22-8. Yeah. I like Marcus Delgado.
They're absolutely a 2 seed.
Yeah, and they could be a 1 seed depending on who they beat. Now, Marcus Delgado says no reason to lose to Alabama. Yeah, clearly no reason to lose to Alabama, and they're playing on the road in Alabama. I mean, what have they ever done there? Yeah. But let me ask you this. Speaking of Alabama, do we think Tommy's going to actually try to defend the 3 this year, or are we just going to hope the teams miss again?
I think they'll be better defensively this year.
Yeah, I would. That's honestly the reason that I had Tommy, like, the things that I would like to see. And again, I want Tommy here for 500 years. He's been A+. I have no problem with anything he's done. My next step for him, though, is actually kind of like making some accountability and some changes to a certain degree in season. The thing last year that drove me up a wall with Arizona, is probably the only thing that drove me up a wall, was refusing, basically just saying to teams, guess what? We're going to give you wide open 3s. You won't make all of them. You only might make 55% of them. I don't want any more of that. That was garbage. I didn't like that.
Cody sent this to me. A couple other people mentioned it. Joe Lunardi bracketology is crap in March.
Mm-hmm.
In October, it's super crap. But it is funny only because Joseph is going to have a little fit here. It would basically have Arizona versus Arkansas.
Arizona versus Arkansas. That'd be good.
Calipari versus Tommy, baby.
Yeah. All right. Let me rephrase. He says, you have no problem with anything he's done. No, let me rephrase. Yes. My critiques with him, and I've been very clear about this, is I think that he needs to hold players more accountable. And I don't understand the defense of always just giving up wide open 3s. So there's that. But overall, I think he's been great. I think he's been really, really good for Arizona, and we're really, really lucky to have him. I mean, I don't know what I don't know what else to say on that one. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now,
the cool thing about that bracket is that all of the big games are rematches for Arizona. They'd get a rematch with Florida, a rematch with UCLA or UConn.
Why do you guys look at bracketology so much before the season?
It's too early.
Because it's fun. It's fun to do.
Every time Cody sends that, I ignore it because it's like I have no.
I never ignore Cody.
I ignore it. I don't like it. Yeah, that's true. All right, we got a few more minutes. You got 4 more minutes. Don't know. Yeah, nice try. Okay, so I do think that Arizona is going to beat Florida, though. I think that Arizona. I like Florida. I like Arizona's roster more. I just do. I don't care about the octopus that they have. It's the 7'10" guy. I don't care about him.
The issue isn't that, Mike. The issue is that they bring back guys like it's the first game of the year.
Yeah, but they also lost Patrick Clayton or Walter Clayton, whatever his name is, and that guy was literally bailed them out of almost every single game they ever played.
Yeah, they got Boogie Fland at point, the kid from Princeton, Xavier Lee at the 2, Thomas Howe at the 3. This is top of the head, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Condon at the 4. Chinleyu at the 5.
Is Condon the octopus kid, the really
No,
long?
the octopus kid doesn't play, dude. It's like their 8th string center.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he sucks. Oliver Rue.
Is he a piece of crap? Yes. Okay. Now, we got super snaps. Where would Sean Miller be on that list? I'd probably have Sean Miller about 17.
They have a cold suit point guard.
Who's their cold suit point guard?
This is true. They got him this year. You're going to like him. He's their cold suit backup point guard. You ready?
Who?
I already watched Mike's face. His name is Urban Klavzar. He's from Slovenia.
Oh, gosh.
It gets better. His nickname, the Urban Legend.
Oh, gosh, that's terrible. No,
Urban Klavzar. They call him the Urban
That
Legend.
is so stupid. I guarantee you that if not, yes, I believe this can be a
21-year-old freshman. You're
right. Okay, now I will say this. And when was the earliest time in life that guy saw a paved road?
This year, probably.
Yeah, I don't think there's any chance that he saw a paved road before then. Now, let's see, Vegas Falcon, the great Vegas Falcon. Very much looking forward to meeting him. Every team has a $20 super snap. Very much appreciate you. Every team has an 11.7% chance of making an Elite Eight. Zero reason to run Tommy out of town for not getting there. Our Gen Z Ninos need to understand a Sweet 16 and 22
Mike
and 8.
doesn't know what Ninos means.
Ninos, it means children. Yes,
Whoa!
I know Spanish, dude. I'm on my 112th straight day of Duolingo. Buzz off.
Go.
Yeah.
No,
I know it.
Miguel.
Yeah. Necesito español. I'm very.
Lo siento means?
Yeah. Lo siento. I'm sorry. Of course I know what it means.
God.
Oh, I know everything in Spanish.
Are you bilingual?
No, I am. Miguel Luquez. People forget my family made the trek over here. Miguel Luquez. So my family originally from Naco, Nebraska. Yes, Vegas Falcon, you are absolutely the man. I'm very much looking forward to meeting you. We're going to have a little bit of a get together on, I think it's on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll figure it out. Okay. Now, Sheer, what are you going to ask Daggy? And then you're dismissed.
I'm going to ask him if he watches the AZ12 podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And you have your choice, people. Hurry up.
Hurry up.
You want me to ask about the play calling in the last whatever minutes? Or do you want me to ask about the pass distribution and why certain guys are getting more passes than the other?
Can you ask about
Sam Olsen?
Can you ask about the drop passes?
Yeah, I can do whatever you want, baby.
Yeah, the drop passes are ones that really
I don't like asking about the drop passes because I'm going to get a BS answer.
Yeah, that's a good point. You'll get a BS answer.
Guys, you know what I mean?
All right. Yeah. Ask why Song isn't playing more. That's all I want. Just ask why Song.
Done.
All right. You're dismissed. All right. See you. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. TTFN. Bleh. All right. Now let's get a couple reads in here. We got to back the reads. All right. What do we got? Vegas Falcon just says Elkhorn and Tanea. I think that was I watched a serial killer movie called Hunt for the Unicorn Killer, where the guy's last name I think it was Elkhorn or something. It was like Ira Elkhorn. Not that anybody cares. Okay, either way, RJ's Frozen Cactus, Red Hot Sports, ice cold beer, a massive parking lot. This parking lot puts Big Lots parking lot to shame. And home of the AZ12 watch parties. We're going to have multiple watch parties here. And Joseph, I don't have the link for you. Maybe tomorrow. 100 plus craft beers plus $2 deals. Pizza, wings, tacos, burgers, and more. No bad seats in the house. Like I said, we're going to have a few watch parties. It is going to be a lot of fun. Check it out. Again, RJ's Frozen Cactus, Red Hot Sports, and ice cold beer. Yummy, yummy. And starch yourself with some of this starch. What do we got? All right. Back the pipe. Foster Plumbing. Quality work at a fair price. 10% off when you mention the AZ12 podcast. Call 520-603-3817 to schedule service today. Gas, water, sewer repairs, you name it, they can do it. They can do all of that, and that is the great thing about it as well. Foster Plumbing, Danny Foster is the man. And again, they've done pretty much everything. Back the front pipe. If your front pipe's not working, call Foster Plumbing. They know what they are doing, and the great thing about it, too, is that you get 10% off. Give them a call. All right, now my guy, Jesse's Tattoo Shop. This one's awesome. Jesse's new with us, but Jesse's the man. You walk in there and you know immediately that you're walking into a professional tattoo parlor. Do they still call it a tattoo parlor or is it just a shop now? I'm not sure. But You can wear a tattoo that speaks your story. Kobe's already saying that he's going to go to Jesse's and get his first tattoo. He should. Jesse's Tattoo Shop, established in 2010. Call 520-358-2881. Golf Links and Pantano. Again, look at some of that work. It's amazing. And they got a lot of good stuff going on here as well. Tattoo Expo, October 24th, 25th, and 26th. Top artists from all over the nation. Live performances, $20 a day, $40 free passes. InkstersTattooExpo.com, 915-319-2942, Tucson Expo Center. I will absolutely be there. So we'll look forward to it. And they have also, like I said, they're community-oriented, as we all know. They got the 2025 Toy Drive Kickoff, Sunday, November 30th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., $50 tattoos, and you can ride a mechanical bull named Jen. That's going to be, it's going to be a lot of fun. I will be there watching that as well. Vendors and food trucks, again, raffle prizes at 12 p.m. Be there. It's going to be an all-day event. It's going to be awesome. All right. Now, everybody, again, I know we're going to be a little bit in debt to you. I get it, but again, we'll make it up for you tomorrow. That's for you, Joseph. But everybody, you've got to go to Little Caesars. You to go to Little Caesars. Code Free Classic. Now, the Free Classic, free pepperoni pizza with any pizza purchase. Again, check it out. You will thank me later. This is probably the best deal that they've got going. Not only is this the best deal that they've got going, there've been a lot of really good deals, but you get a pizza. It's really that simple. Eat for 2 days for the price of one. Now, and we need some real times. Kobe, need some real times, please. Thank you. Now, Adrian the Knob says, do you think Brian Jeffries gets to call a national title game before he hangs up the mic? If Brian's here for the next 5 years, yes, I believe he will. How about that? Now, 5 of Kind Media. Mike, is the Adidas whole NIL connection a deal breaker for Arizona? No, that's not quite how it works. It's probably not the greatest thing, but that's not quite how it works. So Arizona still feels that they're very much in that one. Okay, now we're going to be back with you tomorrow, 10 o'clock. We got our rankings, or we got our power rankings. We got all of that stuff. But very much appreciate all of you. You guys are all fantastic. On that note, though, I'm Mike Luke. You've been listening to the AZ12 podcast. We'll be back with you tomorrow.